Dams in the Philippines have historically been associated with human rights violations. Most of the country gets its water from an intricate watershed system that provides irrigation for millions of hectares of farms, water supply for households, and electricity to power homes and industries. In the past, dams were built to harness free-flowing rivers, which also serve as the lifeblood for thousands of indigenous communities. But these rivers, and the communities around them, are threatened by large-scale dam projects. In the 1970s, dictator Ferdinand Marcos planned a series of 4 dams along the Chico River in the country's northern Luzon region. This World Bank-funded project was set to displace 100,000 indigenous people, stoking widespread opposition from indigenous groups. In response, Marcos unleashed a wave of repression, culminating in the 1980 assassination of Macling Dulag, an indigenous leader. The abuses associated with the project prompted the World Bank to rethink its lending policies, requiring more input from indigenous peoples affected by development projects. The project was shelved, and the indigenous peoples movement that formed around opposition to the dams was also instrumental in the 1997 passage of the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act in the Philippines, a law that required free, prior, and informed consent, or FPIC, from affected indigenous groups. Despite these legal victories, the indigenous people of northern Luzon and the Philippines again find themselves facing massive dam projects on their ancestral land. On August 26, 2020, President Rodrigo Duterte issued an order to expedite water projects that are listed in his flagship Build, Build, Build infrastructure program. This order directly affects 12 water projects, including the Kalinga Dam, which the government is financing through a loan from China. The bulk of these water projects are irrigation systems under the NISRIP program, which is funded by the Japanese government's aid agency, and water development projects financed by the Asian Development Bank. At least 6 of these projects involve the construction of dams. 3 of the dam projects are within protected areas and natural reserves, and 5 are located within indigenous lands, covering a combined area of more than 143,000 hectares. South Korea helped finance the Jalaur River multipurpose project Phase 2. China finances the Chico River pump irrigation project and the Kalinga Dam. With these dams in place, farms will have year-round irrigation. Proponents also say these projects could curb flooding. But there's a trade-off. To build these projects, indigenous communities will be flooded and people will be displaced. The relocation of indigenous groups and the environmental impacts of these projects have again stoked anti-dam sentiment, especially from affected indigenous groups. Anti-dam groups say the displacement of indigenous peoples from their lands is ethnocide. Across the Philippines, more than 300 hydropower dams have been approved and are in the pre-development phase. Indigenous groups and NGOs say the developers behind many of these dams skirted the indigenous consent process and divided communities. The projects have also put vocal anti-dam advocates in danger. Under Duterte, 51 indigenous people defending their land and the environment have been killed in the Philippines. 10 of these slain indigenous peoples fought against dam projects. 9 indigenous leaders from the Tumandok group in the central Philippines were gunned down in their homes in a pre-dawn police raid on December 30th, 2020. Police say the security operation was meant to flush out alleged sympathizers and members of the New People's Army, an outlawed insurgent group. The police labeled the indigenous victims as rebels, a claim that their families deny. Advocates have linked their deaths to 2 dam projects in Luzon, the Jalaur Dam Project and the Panay River Basin Project. Human rights groups are wary that abuses against indigenous groups will worsen and that the law will be weaponized against them. But indigenous groups say they remain steadfast in fighting for their rivers and tributaries. They say they will continue the fight of their ancestors, even if the waters bleed red.